A beautiful girl named Kylie moves to the Girlhouse residence, where she performs enticing online shows to earn money. Everything is going smoothly until an obsessed fan hacks into their impenetrable system. In 1988, in Alabama, two young girls chased after a stout child they dubbed Loverboy to trick him into closing his eyes and puckering up. Then, the girls pulled down his pants, and as one of them promised to show him what was under her skirt, the boy pulled down his undergarment too. Unfortunately, the girls only mocked and humiliated the boy. Later that day, as one of the girls rode her bicycle home, Loverboy waited for her in the middle of the road. In revenge, he knocked the girl off her bike, leaving her wounded. After that, the boy got rid of the bike and mercilessly pushed the girl off the bridge, making her death appear accidental. In the present, college student Kylie Atkins is sitting in front of her laptop, practicing her online show, while her friend, Liz, watches from the other room. Liz soon goes to Kylie's room, where they talk about Kylie's plan to earn money for her studies by performing online. Not wanting to add to her mother's financial problems. Concerned about Kylie's safety, Liz convinces her to look for another source of income, but Kylie has already decided, even insisting that she'll be safe. Before leaving the Selby College dormitory, Kylie leaves a message for her mother, Linda, claiming that she now works part-time for her professor and will move off campus to live with a friend. Kylie also lies about getting a scholarship, telling her mother she doesn't need to pay her tuition anymore. While Kylie waits outside, a limousine comes to pick her up, and inside is Gary Preston. He is the founder and CEO of Girlhouse, a website that sells prurient content for the male's viewing pleasure. During the ride, Kylie inquires about her job's safety, so Gary assures her that the location of the house is untraceable and that his team works around the clock to ensure that Girlhouse can never be hacked. Gary also informs Kylie that the girls are not coerced into doing anything they don't like and that everything she does is up to her. When they finally reach the Girlhouse residence, Gary introduces Kylie to Steve, the man who oversees the house's security, with a guy named Big Mike. As they enter, Kylie meets Kat, another girl resident, who suddenly goes to her room. Then, Gary tells Kylie about the 50 cameras installed in the house, encouraging her to utilize as many as she can. With the installed cameras, thousands of members may watch the ladies 24/7, anywhere in the house. When Kat returns and hears their conversation, she points out that it separates Girlhouse from other websites as it gives its members the full experience of watching the girls like they're living with them. However, Gary assures that each of the girls' identities will be kept hidden and that members will be unable to figure out where or who the girls are in real life. If the girls are recognized, Gary's team will block or delete any attempt to broadcast them. Moments later, Kat shows them around the house, and Kylie meets the other girls, beginning with Devin, the house's main attraction. In her room is Janet, who is currently performing her online show. Then, Heather, the wildest and loudest of the girls, comes out of the bathroom. Afterward, Gary leaves as Kat leads Kylie to her room on the 3rd floor, where she also meets Mia, Kat's girlfriend. That night, Kylie finally performs her first online show, with the other girls watching her from their own devices. Gary's team is also watching to check the viewer traffic data. After a while of dancing, Kylie decides to remove her top and undergarment, causing 100% of the active members worldwide to switch to watching her. Among the viewers are Alex and his roommate Ben Stanley. Ben is taken aback to see Kylie because he personally knows the girl, admitting to Alex that he's liked her since kindergarten. Kat is congratulating Kylie on her successful performance when someone named Loverboy sends Kylie a message. Upon learning from Kat that Loverboy is their regular viewer, Kylie engages with him, even promising to have a one-on-one chat with the guy the next day. After Kylie logs out, Loverboy, from his basement in Atlanta, replays Kylie's video to capture the moment she blew him a kiss. He then prints the image, and on his wall is a collection of photos wherein he edited himself to be with the other residents of Girlhouse. Later, a mysterious person sneaks past the guardhouse and manages to get inside the Girlhouse residence by unlocking the security system. The girls soon find the intruder, Anna, a former resident and a performer of Girlhouse who has been banned due to substance abuse. She shamelessly entered the house because she has nowhere else to go. However, after learning from Janet that she has been replaced by Kylie, Anna faces the camera, begging Gary to give her another chance and claiming she is now clean. Then, upon seeing that Anna gets high engagement from the members, Gary sends Janet a message saying Anna can take the couch in the meantime. The next day, Kylie is taking a shower while Loverboy keeps a close eye on her. He even touches the screen as he watches Kylie's every move. Loverboy then gets up and walks toward a lady mannequin, kissing and imagining it as a real girl. Later that day, Kylie plans to head home after her classes, but Ben approaches her, intending to invite her out for a snack. Kylie agrees and gives her phone number to Ben so he may contact her. Upon realizing the time, Kylie quickly leaves for her scheduled one-on-one chat with Loverboy. As soon as Kylie gets inside her room, she opens her laptop and logs into the Girlhouse website to attend to her client. She is kind of expecting Loverboy to request her to remove her clothes, but the man only wants to talk. Loverboy, on the other end of the screen, recalls his encounter with the two girls who humiliated him, yet he continues chatting with Kylie. After a few minutes, Kylie receives a text from Ben inviting her out that night. Then, she continues talking to Loverboy but gets alarmed when the guy manages to send her his picture despite the fact that their system cannot be hacked. In order to not offend the man, Kylie tells Loverboy that he is attractive and then abruptly ends their conversation. While Kylie is out on a date with Ben, Anna sneaks into Kylie's room. There, she finds the girl's laptop with a picture of Loverboy on the desktop. Meanwhile, Ben walks Kylie back to the Selby College dorm, and as soon as the guy leaves, Kylie calls someone to pick her up. When Kylie returns to the Girlhouse residence, she performs another online show, which Ben also watches on his laptop. Alex teases Ben about it, but when Ben discloses his plan to tell Kylie that he knows about her involvement in Girlhouse, Alex advises him not to do so as it may be perceived negatively by the girl. The following day, Loverboy is repairing some faulty wiring in an office when he becomes distracted by peering at the legs of a female employee. When the lady notices this, she approaches him to chastise him for preying on women. Then, Loverboy hits the lady in the face with a crowbar, but that's just his imagination, for in reality, he just remains silent and calm. Kylie and Ben are walking in a park that afternoon when Ben finally admits to knowing about Kylie's involvement in Girlhouse. Ben is sure that the guys watching Kylie only want to sleep with her, and although Kylie assures him that she's not that kind of girl, he can't help but feel worried. Kylie gets offended and frustratedly tells him that she needs the job to pay for college, especially with her father's death and her mother's financial problems. Ben apologizes, not intending to insult and hurt Kylie. Then the two decide to continue their relationship after they resolve the issue. Meanwhile, Loverboy arrives at his basement and immediately logs into Girlhouse. With a growing obsession with Kylie, he looks for her, but since he can't find her anywhere, he interrupts Devin's show to ask for Kylie's whereabouts. Devin becomes irritated with Loverboy because he won't stop asking about Kylie, so after she blocks him, Loverboy pesters the two ladies in the living room. However, instead of answering his questions, the girls only tease him. As Loverboy looks around the house, he notices that his picture has been printed and posted on the bulletin board. When he reads the insulting caption on his photo, he throws a fit and stabs the lady mannequin. Then, he returns to his computer and starts hacking into the Girlhouse system. When Kylie returns to the house, she immediately notices Loverboy's picture on the bulletin board, which she takes down. But when she's about to use the computer in her room, the words "not nice" appear on the screen. The next morning, Loverboy, disguised in a wig and mask, follows a man into the Girlhouse technical team's facility. When the man is about to pick up something, Loverboy attacks him and bashes his head in with the door. It isn't long before the place is filled with the bodies of the technical team members, with Gary restrained to a chair. After taking Gary's phone and stabbing him several times, Loverboy clicks a few buttons on the control panel to make sure all feeds are online. Loverboy finally locates the Girlhouse residence, and as Steve warns him about trespassing on private property, he only walks toward the guy and attacks him. Gary helplessly watches through the monitors how Loverboy breaks Steve's neck and hides his body in the forest. Carrying his toolbox, Loverboy uses Gary's phone, which has access to the system of the entire house. As soon as he gets inside, Loverboy goes to a room where he finds Anna using some substance. Loverboy lets her talk freely for a second, but afterward, he attacks the girl. After pinning Anna to the wall, Loverboy throws her to the ground and strangles her with a rope, killing her. On the other hand, Devin is preparing for a show, and while the other girls are distracted, Loverboy messes with the communication system inside the house with no one noticing. One of Devin's viewers is Alex, under the codename Tugboat. To enjoy it, Alex requests a one-on-one session, but while Devin is dancing, he notices a figure moving inside the girl's room. Eventually, the figure reveals itself behind Devin. The girl remains oblivious to it, so Alex tries to warn her. However, when Devin doesn't see anyone behind her, she thinks Alex is only pulling a prank and decides to end the session. But after Devin turns off her laptop, she finally sees the intruder on the screen standing behind her. Then, Loverboy wastes no time beating Devin, and Alex, who can still see the broadcast, witnesses the girl struggle to fight back. When Ben arrives at their dorm in Charlotte, Alex immediately shows him the attack taking place in Devin's room. But first, the two verify if the situation is real or just a gimmick. Upon realizing that nobody inside the house is aware of the attack, Ben panics and orders Alex to call for help while he attempts to contact Kylie. Kylie arrives at the house, unaware that Ben is trying to call her because her phone is in her bag. After failing to contact Kylie, Ben resolves to send her a message, but but both his text and email don't push through due to the jammed communication inside. Alex reaches 911 and states the emergency, but it doesn't make a difference since he can't tell the operator where Devin is. Realizing help isn't coming, Alex just ends the call. Then, Loverboy makes the wounded Devin face the camera again. With a live broadcast, Alex and Ben watch while Loverboy chops off Devin's fingers using an axe. Since Selby is in Milton, Ben decides to head there to look for other ways to save Kylie while instructing Alex to try hacking into Girlhouse again and find anything that will lead to its address. Other men from around the world who have witnessed the attack are also frustrated and worried, but no one can do anything to help Devin, who is helplessly fighting for her life inside the room. Unaware of the intruder's presence, Heather and her boyfriend enter a room for some alone time. Loverboy initially watches them silently, but when Heather's boyfriend notices and insults him, he charges and knocks him down. Loverboy comes at Heather next, repeatedly hitting her and shoving a toy into her mouth. Then, Loverboy throws her on the bed and tapes her hands to her face, leaving her to suffocate. Following that, Loverboy attacks Heather's boyfriend until Janet hears the commotion from her room. When Janet opens Heather's door to check, she sees a dead Heather on the bed. She also witnesses Loverboy decapitate Heather's boyfriend with a saw. Janet immediately runs to escape, but Loverboy instantly catches up to her and throws her over the railings. However, Janet survives the fall, so Loverboy goes downstairs and approaches the injured girl, and he also takes out Gary's phone to check what the other ladies are doing. Desperate to know the Girlhouse's location, Alex uses the chat room to ask Devin about their address, but because her fingers have been severed, Devin is unable to type it properly. When Loverboy sees it through the phone, he immediately ends Devin's chat with Alex. Loverboy then leaves Janet and goes to Mia in the sauna room. Without making a sound, Loverboy wedges a crowbar under the door and turns up the heat before destroying the heater controller. Upon noticing the temperature rising, Mia heads toward the door, only to find it locked. Mia starts calling for help, but when no one notices her, she uses her towel to pick up a hot sauna rock and bashes it against the glass on the door. She also sees that a crowbar is stopping the door from opening. When the glass finally breaks, she drops the rock on the crowbar and manages to remove it, allowing her to finally escape. Mia quickly jumps into the pool, but she soon sees Loverboy, and she can only scream before the guy kills her with a sledgehammer. Upon hearing Mia scream, Kylie walks near her window and spots an intruder by the pool. Loverboy then proceeds to lock down the place. Kylie tries to email Ben for help, but when her message doesn't push through, she views the other rooms and discovers what happened to the other girls. Then, she breaks the room's camera so the attacker won't be able to track her. Ben finally arrives at the Selby College dormitory, knocking on the doors to ask if anyone knows Kylie until he finds Liz. Ben briefs Liz about the situation, but Liz also has no idea about the Girlhouse's location because Kylie has never told her about it. Kylie continues to break the other cameras and goes to Kat's room, where the lady is sleeping soundly. Kylie wakes her up and tells her about their dangerous situation. Loverboy returns to the house, and despite Janet's condition, she bravely attacks the intruder with a sharp object while lying on the floor. Her plan, however, backfires, and she ends up getting stabbed by the same weapon in the head. When Kylie and Kat see from the monitor that Loverboy is coming upstairs, they try to barricade the door with a cabinet, but they are no match for the man's strength, and he successfully breaks in. Kat flees while Loverboy corners Kylie, who recognizes him when he speaks despite the mask. A few minutes later, as Loverboy disgustingly touches Kylie, Kat returns and knocks the guy unconscious with a blunt object. Kat then takes the phone from the floor, and despite her desire to escape, Kylie begs her that they have to save Devin. Then, while Kylie searches for Devin, Kat runs into Big Mike at the front door, and she immediately tells him that they are in danger. Unfortunately, Loverboy rushes down the stairs and stabs Big Mike in the neck before taking out a hammer, slowly approaching Kat and eventually smashing her head. Meanwhile, the police call Ben, informing him they have found the Girlhouse residence and their team is on their way there to rescue the ladies. Kylie finally finds Devin, and distraught over her face and severed fingers, she begs Kylie to end her life. Still, Kylie remains optimistic, but when she leaves to look for help, Devin suffocates herself with a plastic bag. The police unit ends up going to the Girlhouse technical team's facility, finding Gary and the team members' bodies. Fortunately, Alex discovers the house's real address by hacking into Girlhouse's ISP, so Ben and Liz waste no time and head to the location. Alex also warns Ben to hurry as Kylie is the only one left among all the residents. Loverboy starts chasing Kylie as she runs outside and through the forest. Luckily, Kylie manages to evade him and decides to return to the house and hide in the utility room. The man follows her inside, but when he fails to find Kylie, he goes out, trying to track her using the phone. Kylie shuts down the cameras of some rooms to trick Loverboy while remaining undetected. After getting a camera and a pool stick outside, she returns to the utility room. She then breaks the pool stick, turns off the other cameras, and leaves just one on to lure Loverboy to the basement by showing him a note. After turning off the lights in the basement, Kylie heads there and uses the video camera's night vision to see her surroundings. Upon spotting Loverboy, she silently walks to him and stabs his stomach with the broken pool stick. However, when Kylie tries to escape and trips, Loverboy overpowers her. While Loverboy strangles her, Kylie desperately reaches for the camera and hits the guy, allowing her to get up. Then, wasting no time, Kylie clubs Loverboy to death. Afterward, Kylie uses the phone to unlock the doors. When she gets outside, she meets Ben and Liz, who have just arrived. As Ben hugs Kylie, the police and news team also come to the scene, but Kylie requests not to get filmed by the cameras. Ben approaches the cameraman to stop him from recording, and at that moment, all Kylie can do is take deep breaths.
Subscribe to watch more videos like this. Turn on notifications. And leave a like, it really helps the channel out. Thank you for watching.